Welcome to the 8th episode, Season 2 of the Pure Michigan Properties Podcast. I am one of the co-hosts, Shalonda Wather, and joined with me is...
Hey, my name is Dylan Mostyn. Hey, Shalonda.
Hey, Dylan. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Listen, I know episodes get released on a Wednesday, but today we're filming on a Monday, so happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday. I receive it. Thank you.
And happy Wednesday to our listeners, if you're listening when it releases.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you. Well, let's get into the episode today.
Let's talk about the topic. And so I kind of wanted to highlight why...
Wait a minute. The latest and greatest?
Oh my gosh. I skipped
we
the latest.
Skipped.
No, but you caught me. You caught me. Latest and greatest. Latest and greatest is been super productive, super busy lately. Business has been businessing.
Okay.
Just been really good putting the pieces together with a lot of different things going on. Lots of moving parts.
That's right.
Lots of moving parts.
That's right.
But I feel confident with what I'm doing.
Absolutely, as you should.
Now, vice versa, right back to you, Shalonda. What's the latest and greatest?
You know what? I want to shout out our brokerage really fast. Right? Keller Williams Advantage. There's some things that have kind of shifted in my life, right, with family dynamics. And part of the reason why I chose Keller Williams and continuously choose to be here with Keller Williams is because of the culture, right? It really feels like family. And so I had a family member to get sick, and I received a card in the mail just saying, hey, we're thinking of you. And that really was important to me and special. So I wanted to make sure that I acknowledge that here on the podcast and just let you know that's kind of what we do here. Like, we're not just focused on, hey, let's sell, or get clientele. It's really a family-oriented style brokerage. So
yeah, no, I would agree.
That was important to me, so appreciate that. Thank you all. But still, like you said, business, looking for more business always.
Always.
Bunch of moving parts. I have a plan. Just being consistent, just staying on task.
Period.
Just staying on task, having more and more conversations. So,
nice.
Looking forward to getting people the help that they need and serving our community.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
But that's the latest and greatest. Now we're going to jump into the episode today.
So today's episode is, I think, something that I hear consistently from a lot of my clients or people that I'm having the conversation with. So today, based off the title that our viewers are looking at, today we're really going to be talking about how buyers are getting keys for less cash.
Ooh.
I think from what I've heard a lot is that a lot of the times, a lot of my clients can afford the monthly payment, but what I'm hearing is I can't afford to actually close on the home. So closing costs and down payment are the two big items of discussion. And I'm not saying they're cheap, but let's talk about how we can get our clients into homes for less cash.
Well, I'm on board, right? And so I've had some of those same conversations, but I wanted to share a story before we get started. And last year I met a young woman named Tasha, and who had been renting for some time, a small apartment, almost 8 years to be exact. And every time her lease came up, she told herself, hey, next year I'll buy. Okay, so but between student loans, rising housing costs, prices, and the ideal that she needed 20% down, she just felt like ownership was out of reach. When we finally sat down, I asked her, 3 questions, and I'm about to ask you, what's really stopping you from owning a home, right? What help is already out there that you might be missing, and how can you use strategies to buy smarter, not harder? So I think we'll go over that today in today's episode. But are those some of the concerns that you've been hearing as well?
100%. I think those would definitely be in the top concerns, questions that I receive.
Yeah.
And I hope that the goal of this episode really is to obviously educate everybody listening to figure out what strategies, what tricks, what tips can we give you guys
Yep.
as far as getting into your dream home, because it's not as expensive as news outlets make it. People think you need to put a leg down for it, but you don't.
Like arm and hammer.
Yeah, no, swear.
Arm, leg, and hammer.
Yeah, and I think some of the other things I hear is you have to have perfect credit.
Wow.
And the biggest thing that I even hear too is the 20%. You do not need 20%
No.
to put down on a home.
Listen, check this out. So, back to, the conversation and the story of Tasha,
Mhm.
right? So we sat down, we had a consultation, we figured some things out. And within 3 months, she was able to move forward in her home buying journey. And she actually closed with less than $3,000.
Wow.
So, it wasn't magic though, right? It was knowledge preparation and tapping into programs that was designed for people just like, her and other Michiganders, because we're here in Michigan, who are looking to become homeowners.
100%. I think as long as you have the right strategy
Yes.
and the right people in your corner,
Absolutely.
I'm confident we can make it happen.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Just like people in medical professionals, let's just say, for example, you have some that specialize in certain areas of medicine. You have individuals, agents that specialize in different areas of real estate.
Correct.
And so just matchmaking and speaking to someone who has that knowledge and those solutions
Correct.
that can help you in your journey is imperative.
Something I think we talked about on the last episode or the episode before, and this is something that I will take to the grave, is who you work with matters.
Oh, I love that, Dylan.
Who you work with matters, because just like in every industry, every single industry across the board, you have really great people, you have really bad people, and you have other people that just specialize in different areas.
Correct.
Some specialize with investors, some specialize with relocation,
Yeah.
some do first-time home buyers, right? So as a client or as an individual, let's call it that, figure out what's your problem,
Mm-hmm.
or what are you looking to get, and who is best to serve that need.
Well, both. To your point, yeah. What's the problem, and where are you looking to go?
Correct.
Right? What is the result you're looking for, and then just finding a strategy to that bridges the gap
Yeah.
between that problem and that goal.
Yeah, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
But it's actually easier said than done. You just want to make sure you have somebody in your corner that knows what they're saying,
Absolutely.
knows what they're talking about. Right?
And one thing that you and I we were talking off camera too, is someone who will go above and beyond to make sure that they are working in your best interest,
Correct.
to go ahead and to help you out.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want somebody who
Yeah,
just wants the best for you.
absolutely. And we're here, I know I am, like I always tell people, it's on my business card, I'm here, I want to succeed with you.
100%. 100%. Your
Yeah.
success is my success.
That's it.
That's where the selfish part comes in.
Absolutely. So,
Because as much as I want you to be a success story, I want all my clients to be a success story.
for sure.
Your success equals mine.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the objections we've been hearing, again, is just the whole cash aspect, right? Or the financial, let's call it that as well. But people think they need to have perfect credit, right? They have to have 20% down. Reality, you could have as little as 0% down.
Mm-hmm.
0%, there are some pre-qualified things you have to have done, right? But you can even do 3.5% down.
And that's fair enough, with the programs that's available.
Correct.
Everybody has their own eligibility
Yep.
requirements. So,
And that's where you have to ask those questions, right? Because not everybody qualifies for 0% down. We just want to be very transparent.
mm-hmm.
But even 3.5%
That's not bad.
compared to 20%, I'll take that any day.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
And because my experience so far in real estate, and I've worked with investors, and individuals looking to purchase their family homes,
Mhm.
right? I have not yet had one person to put 20% down.
Neither have I.
Okay. So you guys, you heard it from us. In our experience, we have not had anyone to come to the table with a 20% down payment. So we're not just telling you that these options exist. We can back it up. with
Yeah, I mean,
proof.
I'm trying to think of a situation where it would make sense to put 20%. I guess to eliminate private mortgage insurance.
Right.
But I don't even understand why that would make sense. As far as, yeah, you're reducing your monthly payment.
And I like that, right? Why does it, or give me a time where it does make sense, because I was always taught, let's talk about opportunity costs,
Mm-hmm.
right? And leveraging your cash, right? So
Right.
in due time, while you're paying on your mortgage, those numbers are balancing, you'll be eliminating the PMI. But you can use that cash in between time, in the meantime,
Correct.
for other purchases or just things that you need in life.
I love to leverage other people's money.
Right.
So, as far as me putting, whether that's 10% down, 3.5, 3%, 0%, that's less cash that I have to come out of pocket. And this is what I even tell a lot of my buyers, especially the first-time home buyers. Save the cash in your pocket, because you're going to want to do renovations. Things are going to need to be done around the house. That's the money that you get to play with. Don't put 20% down.
Absolutely.
It makes 0%. Yes, you'll pay your private mortgage insurance, but it actually still benefits you at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
But that's where I think of having that strategy session,
Yeah.
depending on what makes the most sense. And that's also a question I always ask the loan officers that I'm dealing with.
What's that?
Is what's a healthy down payment for them, to where it's enough, but it's not going to break the bank, and they still have assets in their
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the buyers are talking the financials with the loan officer, so that's also a good point of contact that I make.
Absolutely. I agree with that. I love that you mentioned that. And so, just getting back into the reason why we're here today, to educate, I think that let's back up, right? Many people are stagnant in their decision because of the fear, and I think I've mentioned this before. It's the fear of the unknown.
Correct.
And then two, let's be transparent and truthful, because I love you enough to tell you that it's also accountability factors.
Yeah.
People just don't necessarily want to know or be told, hey, you have to make some changes in this area in order to realize these goals.
I think it's those hard moments in life when you have to rip the Band-Aid off and take a deeper dive look. It's like me looking at my savings account. I'm like, we got to grow that bigger.
You should see mine.
But it's accountability, right?
That's right.
Of opening up your
Yeah.
banking app and saying, okay, wow, that is not where I want to be today.
Yeah, it's the undisciplined behavior.
Correct. You don't know if you have a
Right.
problem until you know you have a problem.
Right. Yeah.
They say
agree.
like rehab, the first step is acknowledging.
You gotta acknowledge it, you guys. And so, I think I've heard, and it is my opinion, it's not only, hey, the fear of rejection, like what if I apply and get denied?
I will say, rejection, just not even like in real estate, but in life,
Mm-hmm.
is no joke. It is tough to be rejected. Whether that's a relationship, a job, income, financials, loan, whatever, anything in life. I understand why people why they fear rejection.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I think it's a soft skill though, as if you can improve that, you'll go so far in life.
And so I think my perspective when it comes to rejection and my belief is that the things that we are not able to gain or access at a moment is because there's still a lesson we need to learn.
Oh, for sure.
Right. And so I can completely understand what that fear is. behind being rejected. But now that you know you're rejected, what improvements are there that need to be made?
Right.
So.
No, I wholeheartedly agree. I feel like if someone gets rejected, and it happens more times than not, think about it like that. You're not the only person.
Oh yeah. If you never
It's
get
tough.
rejected in life, you call me. I want to know. I want to know your secret.
We need your help.
That's in the perfect world.
But as long as, and I want to go back to the point of, as long as you have a good person in your corner, they'll give you the game plan of how to get approved.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. And with my lenders, we have where they have action plans. And so,
I love it.
hey, you give us a call, right? They're gonna request you to fill out an application,
Mm-hmm.
and once that application is processed, the underwriting team will decide what needs to happen with that file to be able to move forward. And if there's any work that needs to be done, you'll receive an action plan that says, hey, when you do these things, you'll see these results. And then we put that together with the plan, right? And so.
And I want to say, just even as a common theme throughout this whole podcast,
Yeah.
is having that game plan.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what you're doing.
Bingo. I like that. Yep. No matter what you're doing. That way, too, if you need, and you guys know by now, my favorite word is pivot. But if for any reason one needs to pivot in their plan, they can kind of see where they're coming from and engage where they're going.
Shoot, I've pivoted my business like 5 times
Right.
already.
But, and you just X out the things that didn't work
Correct.
and make those changes. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
rejection is a big fear of
Rejection.
most people. I think it's a very common thing that most people feel.
Yeah.
I hear it all the time is, hey, can we start looking at houses because I'll get pre-approved once. I'm like, no. Let's figure this out now. And then they'll come back with like, what happens? I'm like, well, if you're rejected, you're rejected no matter what time we do it,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
But at least the sooner we get to it, the sooner we can fix it.
I mean, and pre-approval is the first step to being able to set up a criteria for your home search. I had an individual reach out to me, say, hey, can you find me more information on this property that was for sale by owner? I say, yeah, I can find you some information. If things work out, are you ready to make a move now? And they were like, what do you mean? Do you have a financial plan in place? Are you pre-approved? And they're like, oh no. Okay, well, we need to get a pre-approval first.
Yeah.
Right? And so
Right.
I reached out still, got the information. We're talking about a home that was priced just shy of $500,000.
Okay.
And they're like, oh yeah, no, I can't afford that.
Mm.
So, yeah, it's important.
And I think even that kind of goes into the second fear.
Absolutely.
I think that's exactly where you're going with it. So take it.
Fear of debt. What if I can't afford the payment? Yeah, what if you can't afford the payment? Wouldn't you want to know that sooner rather than later?
I'm not letting you get into a house if you can't afford it.
We talk about the ins and outs, right? Just like you would with any other professional that you see,
Mm-hmm.
right? Our job is to make sure that you are educated
Correct. And something that
through and through.
Shalonda and I and myself were talking off camera is every time we bring somebody through a property, we always give them what that estimated monthly payment's going to look like.
That's right.
It's an estimated. It's a little off, but not by much.
And
Not by much.
we mentioned this before on a previous episode about mill rates
Mhm.
and things like that. And so as a new buyer, and this pertains to buyers, of course, when you're purchasing a property and those taxes uncapped, we have to consider those millage rates.
Correct.
Because those payments will increase over time.
Mm-hmm.
And so in order for me to feel good when I go to sleep at night, I want to make sure that I've dotted all my I's and crossed my T's.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that we discuss even before we get to closing. We have the closing disclosures that we go over 72
Yep.
hours prior to.
Mm-hmm.
That way, there's no discrepancies. Hey, this is what, it's going to be for now.
Correct. And a lot of the things I hear too is, oh, I can look on Zillow, they'll give me an estimated payment. No, don't do that. Zillow's using the previous homeowner's information, and that's not going to be applicable to you as a new buyer. So if you're really ready to make that move, please talk with a professional.
Yep.
Not Zillow.
Yep. Talk to us. We're here.
We are here.
And that gets us to what? Third point. I don't even know where to start. Guys, we're here for you.
This is where you start.
Voila, step one.
You're at step one, baby.
You've already tapped into the Pure Mission Properties podcast. At the end of each episode, our contact information is available for you to reach out. And you can find us if you just by Googling our names as well.
As simple as that.
Yep.
Literally as simple as that. So that would be step 2, is Google our names.
Google our names.
And step 3 is make that phone call. Let's have a conversation. Let's get you started.
Yeah, let's negate all these fears. No more. It's kept you where you are now. And I've never known where education, knowledge has been harmful. I don't know.
I think knowledge is, I know knowledge is
power, right?
The more knowledge you have, the more confident you can be as a decision maker.
Hey, you don't know what you don't know until you learn. And you're not expected to know everything.
No. And that's why Shalonda and I do this day in and day out, so that we can educate you guys.
That's it.
But no, I think it's tough too, as far as you don't know what you don't know, right? And sometimes that paralyzes people.
Right.
I get why too, but like you said, this is step 1.
This is step 1. Here's what a consultation is. A consultation is coming to an understanding of your situation, and I think that's a myth. People think that, hey, if I sit in a consultation, then I have to sign on for these services. No, it's us sitting down, coming to an understanding of where you are, meeting you where you are, and getting you to where you're going. But it all comes to having a concrete understanding.
Correct. At that, I like to say I'm going to ask you a million questions. You should ask me a million questions.
Yeah.
And we figure out if it's a best fit or not.
Absolutely.
Right. And again, it's not a commitment. It is. I quite honestly want to think about it as the opposite of commitment.
Right.
It's really just trying to figure out what's the dynamic here, what's the situation, and if I'm not the best fit for you, who do I think would be the best fit?
That's it. It's like a speed date.
Yeah. Actually, I wouldn't even say speed dating. It's just like a first date.
It's like first date.
Yeah, it's just a first date.
Getting to understand.
We could be there for 5 minutes. We could be there for 2 hours. Just depends on where the date goes.
You know what? If you sit down with me, I can tell you right now, plan to kick off your shoes. We're going to be there for 2 hours.
Get comfy.
Get comfy. Because I want to know everything about everything. Part of my education, and I know this is getting off topic, but I used to, when I first went to college, I went to Marygrove for forensic science, and it's in me to ask questions, right? And just kind of understand who you are and what your goals are. And so I like people. I like to know about people.
No, I love that, and that's why I think you're a natural fit for this business. It's a people's business.
It's a people's business. Now, once I shut out the world, I do shut it out, but when I open up to it, I love you all. And then, it's so much misleading information and misinformation.
Yeah, I mean, even back down to the biggest thing I hear all the time is I need 20% to buy a home.
Yeah.
No. Most loans you do around 3%. Certain ones, if you qualify for them, 0%.
And we just got to check out and explore the options to see which ones work best for you.
For a $200,000 home,
Yeah.
that's $6,000. Right?
And so I think it's worth mentioning too, here in Michigan we have the MSHDA program,
Mhm.
right, that many buyers may not even be aware of.
What is the MSHDA program?
So MSHDA program, the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, is a program designed to promote home ownership, and by doing so, they offer down payment assistance to help you reach that home ownership goal. And so that, you know, you may can jump in too and tell us more about it, but it's a program that will give you cash towards your down payment so that alleviate some of the cash to close.
A lot of people don't know about this program, and even something that we'll even talk about is a lot of these funds go unused.
So much of these funds go unused, yes.
It is available. Yes, it takes a little bit of work. It's a little bit of extra paperwork. You have to do some courses. It's not impossible. But to get into your dream home, oh my gosh, please take the course. Sign a couple other pieces of paperwork. Because you will be saving yourself thousands of dollars.
Yeah, many of these programs offer $10,000.
I know Michigan rolled out the first generation.
And what is that, 25,000?
25,000 up to 25,000.
Up to 25,000, yeah. Just like,
I mean, all these programs, I'm not going to lie, again, being transparent, do have qualifications, criteria that you have to meet.
mhm.
But it goes back to just misinformation, not understanding, not asking the questions,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I love to see now when buyers come in and we'll sit down for a consultation and they already have like information in front of them that they'll bring to me, whether that's like through a down payment assistance program,
Mhm.
MSHDA, rate Buydowns, which we'll get into, all that kind of stuff. And they're like, hey, can I do this? And I'm like, I love the fact that you already kind of started researching yourself.
Oh, yeah. No, that's nice.
No, it's
I love that.
It makes me like, they're ready.
Yeah, and for me, I haven't had that just yet.
And that's okay. I mean, it's rare. It's
Yeah.
not most buyers, they're just coming because they want to have that, they want to start the conversation.
Absolutely.
I've had a few where they're already like doing research on their own and then coming in and they're like, oh, hey, can we talk about X, Y, and Z? I'm like, yes.
Well, let me ask you this, Dylan.
Yeah.
In your consultations, do you have like a buyer's checklist or a package or anything? Okay.
Yeah, so I have one that's specifically for our first-time home buyers because that's something that I specialize in. I love working with first-time home buyers. They're truly one of the best clients I've ever had.
It is exciting.
So I have one for first-time buyers, and then I just have another one for
Okay.
buyers as a generality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and for me, with my home buyer checklist that I have, right, because there's not, well, let me back up. Not everything fits everyone.
No.
This is really a tailored journey,
Mm-hmm.
all right? So, like, you can go build a burger. We're building plans.
Yeah, 100%.
And so we add things, take things away as your palate changes or as your situation changes.
Yeah.
And but before we solidify the plan, I'm going over, checking everything off, make sure that we at least covered it or considered.
100%.
Yeah,
Don't want to leave any stone unturned.
absolutely not.
And like what you said, it's very personalized, it's customized to that person. But here's all your options.
Here's all your options. All in all, I'll just say it's mindset over everything when it comes to decisions like home buying,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just being around the right people, making sure that you ask the right questions, and changing your perspective on those limiting beliefs, turning those why nots to what ifs and how can.
I think as buyers, they see the big goal of getting the keys to their dream home. Let's break it down into chunks, so it seems more digestible, more easier to understand. So like breaking it down to one, again, you're at the right start. You're listening to the podcast.
That's right.
Next step is reach out to a professional like Shalonda and myself.
Yep.
Third step, sit down for that consultation.
That's right.
After that, meet with a loan officer, right? So it's like it's taking step by step that's not as dramatic as let's get the keys.
Yeah.
The keys are the big dream,
That's
which is
that's
very
our
much
end goal when we sit down.
100%. That's the big picture.
Absolutely.
Let's break it chunk by chunk,
That's
right?
it.
Because I think even for myself, sometimes when I'm thinking so far out, I'm like, whew, that seems impossible.
Well, look at it like this. It's the recipe. When you look at a recipe, what do you have? You have the ingredients, you have the materials that you'll need, and then you have the steps you'll take.
Speaking of recipes,
Uh-oh.
let's get into the next part about this all.
Okay.
What does that recipe look like to buy smarter, not harder?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
So we were talking about a few different tools in the tool belt that a buyer could use to help them save some money as far as getting into their home from the closing costs and the down payment.
Oh, let's stir it up then.
Let's stir this recipe up, right? So we talked about MSHDA, the Michigan State Housing Development Authority.
Yeah, I got your back.
Thanks, Shalonda.
Yeah,
I know you
got
got
it.
it.
Got
So we talked about that. We talked about down payment assistance and the different programs, and as also as putting less than 20% down because you don't need 20%
Right.
to buy a house.
Right.
Another tool that is out there are a term called a buydown. A buydown allows you as a buyer to buy down that rate of the mortgage, the interest rate, so that makes it a little bit more affordable. It's an upfront cost that will save you money on the back end.
Well, can we ask the seller to buy down those rates?
1,000%. Not even 100, 1,000% you can. You can ask that seller, let's say, hey, love the house, but that monthly cost is looking a little too high for me. It's a little out of that good sweet spot of what I'm looking to be in. For sure, ask that seller. What's the worst they say is no.
You know what? If they're motivated, a lot of home sellers will work with you. So
100%.
that's always a question that I ask. If affordability is an option, but I'll ask it anyways. It really just depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Right. So if they have multiple offers on a home already, we may be chancing it, but
Yeah.
Who knows? We don't know until we ask.
Correct. You got to read the situation,
Yeah,
figure out what's
situation.
going on with that property, and does it make sense to? Because sometimes it won't, sometimes it 100% will.
Yeah.
But that's another tool in the tool belt that you, as a buyer, can use to make home ownership a lot more affordable for you guys as well, saving you more money in that pocket.
Correct.
And then there's, as far as that buy down, there's also, you can do it as a temporary buy down. So where that rate only locks in for about a year or 2 years. Or it can also be permanent
Yeah.
to where it's just locked in the life of that mortgage.
And also, there's other solutions. I came across a property for a buyer and that they love, but it was so much work that needed to be done. They already had so much money set aside, and so our initial thought was to go in. There were some repairs that needed to be complete before FHA would sign off on it. And so we initially thought, hey, what if you were to go in on a land contract, fix the repairs because now you have equitable interest,
Yep.
and then after the terms of the land contract was solidified, get pre-approved, take over from there. Because they absolutely loved the home. It checked so many of their boxes and more. And it was every home that we seen after did not compare.
Gotcha.
And they were like, I'll take that home and put in all the work. I was like, well, here's the one thing solution I can propose. And so they were open to it.
I think and I hate to keep repeating this, but it's about the agent that you work with and figuring out what does that creative solution look like,
Correct.
right? I think as far as offers, the general population thinks, oh, it's just a purchase price when you close and how much down.
Yeah.
There are different ways to structure an offer
Absolutely.
to make it way more appealing to a seller,
Yes.
but also create a win for that buyer.
Absolutely. And it also depends on seller's motivation.
100%,
You
and that's
know.
where it's, again, asking those questions.
Yeah.
Seeing what's important to the seller.
And this one property that I'm talking about was actually a property that was a trustee
Mm-hmm.
was selling, and they didn't have any type of attachment, because it's a difference when you're purchasing a property from an actual homeowner who homesteaded the property
Yeah.
than a trustee or an investor.
Right.
You know,
It's a different
it's a different
game.
different game.
Yeah, at the end of the
So
day.
you guys don't be afraid. Homeowner that I ran into near me in my neighborhood listed their home at almost $200,000. Went in at $199.
Mm-hmm.
It recently just sold 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom for $160.
Oh, wow.
So they sold 2 homes on the same block. But again, seller's motivation. Beautiful home, nicely renovated, tons of space, great for a family. They just wanted to get it offloaded.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, hey, what are you willing to take? And it's just like, hey, at this point, bring me whatever you got.
100%.
So timing is a big thing as well.
And that's where even I'll have the discussion with my sellers, because we'll even kind of put it in their minds of what is the seller thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the times sellers or listing agents, they'll say there's different pricing strategies.
Yeah.
Price it high to go low, price it
Price it
low to go high, or price
Right.
it right at that sweet spot and see where the market will take it at that point.
Indeed.
Right.
Indeed.
So I'll even explain that to my buyers and say that's how agents will do pricing strategies.
Right.
Right. Just because a home seems really high in price doesn't mean you have to offer that.
No.
We're gonna run a CMA on that, comparative market analysis,
Yeah.
to see truly what is the market value of that property.
Well, the funny thing about this one, again, tapping into seller's motivation, the property that he had listed down the street, same block, same street, different blocks, was a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and it sold more, and comparable in renovations. And I like the 5-bedroom better, just because the basement was you can use it for for more additional living space, whereas the 4-bedroom, it's like, this is just a Michigan basement for storage and things like that.
Yeah.
It did sell faster and it sold for more,
Okay.
whereas the 5-bedroom, it's a corner lot, and I think that had a lot to do with buyers consideration and things like that. But hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Period. Exactly.
So, but yeah, it's buying smarter,
Not harder.
Not harder.
Not harder.
Yeah.
I really hope today's episode gave our viewers, our listeners, some really good tools in their tool belt as far as how do you get into a home for less cash, because that's our goal as an agent, right?
Correct.
I tell this to every single one of my clients, and this might work against me for saying this, but at the end of the day, you don't need an agent. But if you have a great one who provides high value, keep them.
And you know what, Dylan? You've never lied, right? And I have to agree with you. You don't need an agent. The buying and selling process itself has not changed much,
No.
right? It's just the little things, the creativeness, the solution, where we really bring value.
Correct.
So,
It's all about the value, and if your agent is not providing value to you, then at that point you could be doing it yourself.
right.
If they're just
Yeah.
unlocking doors, writing offers for you, that's it.
Yeah.
What are they doing? And
That's why I go above and beyond, because for one, I love what I do, genuinely. right? And so I want to see you all get the best out of your journey, because at the end of the day, once you all get the best, you get to close with a peace of mind. And for me, that means so much more than anything else.
I want my buyers to be confident in their decision, and I tell them that from the very get-go of saying, when we're sitting down in that consultation, I mean, if you're not confident, then don't.
Right.
Because again, back to, I loved what you said, and this is something I'm going to take from you, is that as much as it's their success, it's our success too.
Yeah.
And that's the selfish part about it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So if you're not a success, then I don't want that to be part of my reputation as
That's
well,
right.
So
That's
it's like
right.
at the end of the day, I want you to be as happy, as confident, as have the most peace of mind saying this was the best decision.
Absolutely.
If it's not, then we're not doing it.
I don't want it. If
I'm not
it's
here to sell you. I'm here to consult,
That's
advise.
That's it. I want to see you in the best position always.
Always and forever.
Always and forever. I love it. Well, you all, I think that with this episode, your takeaways is you do not need 20% down to close, right? You don't know what you don't know, so reach out. Let's have a consultation so that we can explore your options. Also create a strategy to help you reach your goals and to prioritize whatever is necessary in between. And then enough with being stuck stagnant. This is your first step. This is your first step. You don't know what you don't know until you learn. So you all contact us. Dylan, how do they reach out?
Best way is to reach out to my personal number, which is 248-891-9860. You can call or text to that number. Shalonda, how do they reach out to you?
Well, like Dylan, the best way to reach me is my personal cell, 586-339-8321. I'm available. Just give me a call or a text, and then I'll reach out to you. I just want to say, I don't want you to be like Tasha, written for 8 years, where it only took 3 months for her to change a few things to get into her home.
And a lot of the times what we're finding is it's just a couple small tweaks.
That's all.
Nothing dramatic.
That's all.
Just a few small tweaks and you're good.
That's it.
We'll give you that game plan. You just got to execute it.
That's right. And you just have to may have to put a little bit of work in, but we don't know.
We don't know until we know.
So we know. So don't be afraid, you all.
Reach out and we will see you next episode.
Time.
Bye.
Bye.